Weird. We are the Sisterhood of the Traveling Bantha. We are your hosts, Rexy,
and Denise, and we are recording with special support from Councilmember Mark Collier.
broadcasting from a galaxy far, far away.
Pew pew. What's up?
What's going on?
All right. Okay. So we've had a lot going on, right?
We have. I cloned myself. Look, there's two of me.
There's two of you, and your hair is different. It's gorgeous, by the
Look.
way.
I'm a twin. Thank you. So I'm going to talk about it for a minute. I saw Micah today. I'm going to take my headphones off so I can show off my hair, but look.
I love it so much. The green is like, I love the green. I think it is so much fun. Micah's
I
amazing.
love it. It's, Ghostbuster inspired, of course, but
I say Micah's great. She also helped me add a little bit of pop into my hair as well.
which is gorgeous. Yes.
I'm
Micah's
loving
just
the red.
making everybody's hair pretty.
Yeah, shout out Micah. You're amazing. We love you. And yes.
And we are here today to talk about this picture. I want to pick my nose, apparently.
And
Oh, look, I can pick my nose.
And we're going to talk a little bit about this picture as well.
Because we did something really fun this last weekend.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Tulsa finally had a pretty good con here for pop culture. Nothing against like Tokyo, Tulsa, but we like pop culture.
And this was a good, like, all-around pop culture con. There were a lot of anime vendors, but there were a lot of, like, different types of voice actors and panels going on and some activities happening, and
so what convention was this, Rex?
This was Oklahoma Comic-Con.
Yeah, oh my gosh, we had
first year for this one here too. They've had it in other states, but this is the first year here.
I was kind of skeptical at first about going to this convention, and I was a little vocal about it to you outside the podcast. I was like,
we just didn't know. We didn't know what to expect. Like,
we didn't know. We thought about at one point getting possibly a table for the podcast, but decided, hey, let's see how the con goes. Which I think may have been other vendors, like
probably, yeah,
thoughts too. But it was really good. It was so much fun.
It was very well attended. I know it was. I had a different perspective because I didn't go as a guest, and neither did you. We went as vendors. We were both there with the Star Wars clubs, and I was also there with ROS. I didn't go for Star Wars, but I wore my Jawa one of the days, so I was hanging around with Star Wars. But
you were there doing everything. I was sticking to Star Wars. My Star Wars umbrella, as I called it all weekend.
It was good. I mean, I took probably thousands of pictures over the weekend,
really?
like with other people. Like I didn't take them. I mean, people took them.
Oh, yeah. I would say somebody on our TikTok said, "Did I see one of you guys as a Ghostbusters?"
Oh, neat!
Yeah,
I didn't even see that comment.
Yeah.
So whoever you are out there.
But it was really fun. Like, I know, so you kind of spent your time with all the different clubs and organizations.
Mostly with ROS. I spent probably 99% of my time with ROS. I just come over to be a menace to Star Wars sometimes.
I missed that minute. I was there. So the morning of, I was very salty, and I was so glad.
Could have turned her over and shaken her over a box of chips.
I don't know what happened that morning when I woke up, but I was just annoyed. but I'm glad when I got there, like things turned around really quickly. And they we had there was amazing presence for the 501st Rebel Legion groups, and then the Mercs had like they had their own space that was probably just as almost just as big as the 501st and Rebel Legion, and that was really cool. I love seeing that presence there. The only thing I wish is they would have been next to each other,
Yeah.
but
It was just some misunderstandings on
things
yeah,
happen.
they steer
But
well together.
I will say I walked so much back and forth between the two clubs because anytime somebody, so I signed up to work at the 501st
Mhm.
and I saw the Mercs are going to be there. So I was like, oh, I'll just work both of them
Right.
because we're going to have tables next to each other. So I
That's how
signed
it
up for
always is.
so I signed up to work the same time for both of them. That didn't work out. But what was really fun was all weekend long, as somebody came up to the 501st table in a Mando costume, I was like, psst, psst, hey, there's another table for people like us.
Cool Amandas.
So I would like literally walk them across the con to the Mercs table and be like, this is where you belong. This is the cool kids table. They're like, you can't steal from the 501st. I'm like, yes, I can. Come on over.
Absolutely.
We all hang out together anyways, and we do
Right.
everything together, so it's not really that big of a deal.
Oh my god, one of my absolute favorite parts of the con, and it wasn't even like a part of the con, it was just me and you being me and you. When I walked over there, so I'm like, I was in the process of
Oh,
changing into my Jawa. So I had my Jawa boots on and my regular clothes. I was trying to run to the bathroom before I put my Jawa on Sunday. And Denise is like, hey, we should get a picture together before you put your Jawa on, like so you can see my face. And, so I, like, run over there and we get her, we go to take a picture, and we wanted to take a picture in Kamalu. So
Kamalala Land.
Kamalalalik. So we had, all the Star Wars people are there, of course, because it's their job to be set dressing, and we're like, "Go away, Star Wars
Go.
people,
No
leave,
Star
go
Wars. We
away,
don't want Star Wars people.
Star Wars people, get out!" And so they turned around and they're, like, shooing us out. They're like, "We live here, you go away."
Yeah, that was pretty funny, and
It
I
was
love the fact that we're just like, go, no, 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 we don't want you guys. Ew, pesky Star Wars.
And we'll post the picture. We'll post all the pictures, just
Yeah,
like we did the last episode. You'll see all kinds of pictures. But yeah,
but
it
it
was
was like a lot of fun, and yeah, that was hilarious because I and at this point, Owen went with me both days, and he was done at this point because his droid died, and
oh.
he's like, I just want to go home, and he's like, Mom,
But then he's like, I don't
Mom.
have anything to do.
Take your picture. Let's go. Sitting there with his droid backpack on, having my
My
toe. I'm
toe.
like, I was like, Owen, it'll be fine. But talking about his droid, so Owen brought his little
Yeah.
droid right here, and he really got so. I told him this con because he's 11, and for Oklahoma Comic Con, it was kids 10 and under were free.
Oh, okay.
And so I told him, if you're coming to the convention with me, you are going to volunteer hours at the Star Wars booth because this ain't a free ride today.
Right. We have to pay for you, so you got to do some work.
So originally he was signed up to do the darts, but we didn't do Blaster Trooper, I think, till later in the day
Yeah.
after our sign up time. So he brought his droid and he was driving it around all along Kamalala Land and letting people take pictures with it. And he would like chase them around. And I think that's like turned into his thing he wants to do at the conventions because it's something fun for him to do and it's interactive until the batteries die and then he gets all antsy with mom and then wants to leave, and so he's been told he is not allowed to do both days with me anymore, just the one.
Okay. That's probably a good idea. And
uh,
bring extra batteries.
oh, surprisingly they only take triple A or double A batteries.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking they were going to take like C or D
Yeah.
batteries, but
That's cool. Yeah, just
um
throw a pack of extra batteries in the droid backpack or something.
and so I was just like, oh, that's not bad. But yeah, he had a lot of fun. People thought it was cool. taking little videos of his droid running around, and he's gotten pretty good at backing it up and having a good time. And I don't know. I'm glad he was able to attend and enjoy it as much as I did.
Good. Yeah.
But yeah. And you were over at the ROS, right?
Mhm. Yep. ROS was, right behind the Mercs table.
Yeah.
We shared the back wall of our dressing room with the back wall of the Mercs table. So I had 4 different costumes.
You're
Saturday, I wore my
crazy.
Ghostbuster all day. Um, Sunday, I wore Baymax and my Jawa and my Ghostbuster and what else? Oh, I brought my Stay Puft, but I didn't put 'em on.
You really wore 3 costumes on Sunday?
Yeah.
You cray cray.
I was
That's all I
I
have
was
to say to
so
that,
fucking
like
tired. Bro, I'm still so fucking tired, like, I need a goddamn nap, if I'm being perfectly
I
honest.
will say I was so tired because I'm take naps on weekends. Like I Saturdays and Sundays, I usually take like an hour nap in the middle of the day, and I didn't take a nap. I was exhausted. And then we had all those storms that kept
Mhm.
waking us up in the middle of the night at like 2 in the morning. I was like,
Yep.
oh my goodness, like
It
this
was
is not
storming Saturday
cool.
morning, like, I thought it was gonna be storming right now. I was kinda worried we
Yeah.
might have issues with power, but
Same here because I talked
fine.
about it. It must have died down. I know
Yeah,
there's a severe storm risk and lightning alert right now. So
okay. So it's
who
still
knows?
good, but it could
Yeah.
break up around us.
But this was
Oh.
our oh yes.
Rock, paper, scissors. 1,
Bro,
2, 3. Okay, count.
Are we doing 1, 2, 3 shoot or 1, 2, 3 and then throwing it?
1, 2, 3, shoot, I think.
Okay. All right. Ready? One,
1,
two.
2, 3.
You can go ahead and go first. That's embarrassing.
So this was this was the very first con table that we had as an organization for ROS.
Okay, I was gonna ask
We've
you about
never
that. We literally embarrassed ourselves
we
for nothing.
did. That's all right. No, we embarrassed ourselves for all the people out there listening to us.
Yes.
That's why. Yeah, this is the very first con table that ROS has ever had and is as an organization. We've never done a convention before.
That's so awesome. Like, yeah, I saw Arlene make a post about it, and I'm sure it got you guys a lot of visibility, especially in the Tulsa
Yeah,
area, with a lot of the members being local to Tulsa.
I think
Um,
so. There were a lot of people who came up who we got to tell about the organization. I know Arlene made a contact or two just over the
okay,
weekend for the organization. Like, it was really, really good. We raised a lot of funds for our charity,
that's
which
awesome.
is
I'm saying
always fantastic.
every time I walked by, like it was packed at
We
the
we
table.
almost never died down. I mean, like, it was rare. We didn't really start to die down until, like, about an hour before the con ended every day.
Okay, okay, yeah, I'm gonna say because every time I was just like, oh, there's a lot of
Yeah,
people there.
it was
Like,
good. It was so good, and we had every division of ROS because we have Reloki Superheroes is how it started, of course, and
yeah,
then we have the Reloki Superheroes, Ghostbuster division. We have the
okay,
Reloki Superheroes Fairy Tale Brigade, which is all the
okay.
princesses, and we have Reloki Superheroes Spideyverse, all the spider people, and then there's, what is the last Spider-Verse?
Is it just the comics? Because you got a couple Marvel people there too.
Well, those are part of the superheroes. So
Oh,
superheroes,
that's
Fairy Tale
true.
Brigade. Oh,
Yeah,
and the Turtles, the Tulsa Mutant Ninja Turtles.
that's right. That's right.
We had every single one of our divisions out. Like, every one of them were out.
That's
It was
amazing. Like
cool.
it was cool.
Anthony came and brought his Iron Man.
I know his poor thing short circuit though
I
during
know.
Sunday, and like
I know.
there was this Loki couple that was walking around, and they were
Yeah.
like, we want to like we heard he came over here because I was at the Star Wars table at this point. They're like, we heard he came over here. I was like, unfortunately, like he's having some issues with the costume, and they're like, "Oh, well, thank you for letting us know. We were kind of hoping, but it was really cool to see him." And I was just like, "Take
Sorry,
a
it
picture
broke.
with Star Wars." Like, it's not the same.
Right.
I will say, so I spent a lot of this weekend hanging out with Lacey all weekend.
I'm a little jealous about that because I barely got to see her.
I kind of took it onto myself to kind of be like her personal handler. Like, I just love Lacey,
Because
and
she's in her scout
she's
all weekend, right? Like,
yeah, yeah, and it's just fun because she's also another mom too. So, but so I hung out with Lacey. She's also a mom, and her kids were there. My son was there. I can't get over how tall all of our children
I
have gotten.
know.
Like,
They're like tall with facial hair.
it's so weird. But yeah, so I just took it, and it's just fun because I don't know. We have that like bond outside of things. And so we are always tag teaming, talking. Our kids would be coming up all weekend. Hey, we're going to do this. Hey, we're going to do that. And we're just like, okay, just go wander. But like, it was fun. So we actually, Lacey and I, while she was in her costume, we did get to go to one panel.
Oh,
It's
good. Oh, you went to
oh,
Newbies,
we went
right?
to Newbies Okie Viking cosplay. He is in the picture
Yeah,
behind
he's
Rex.
this handsome dude right here.
That's me
Where
and
the
Bailey.
okay, that's Bailey, who is not a handsome dude, but is a very beautiful lady, and I can't point at Newbie. Where is he?
He's the
Here,
only dude in the picture.
like, tickle his beard, tickle him under his chin. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Him! That's Oki.
Yes.
Oki Viking
So
cosplay.
go
And
give
go
his
follow him.
yes, he's a wonderful dude.
He
We've
is
known him.
delightful.
Um
But he had a
Mando.
panel. Wasn't this his
Yes.
first panel?
Okay, so he's done this panel before, but it was his
Okay.
first time hosting the
Oh,
panel
okay.
and then having a guest with him. And they were talking all about OC characters, original characters. So
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun, and he had like a great crowd, and they were super interactive. And then
Oh, good.
me and Lacey were being ourselves in the crowd and
Good.
talking. It was we were just making jokes. I think one of her kids came with us and was just kind of like side eyeing us, like, "Ugh, you guys are so embarrassing." But I guess that's what happens when you're 12 hanging out with your
Yeah.
parents. Like,
I really wanted to make it to his panel. When his panel was happening, we were waiting for pizza.
that's right.
Yep, we were
Yeah.
picking up pizza for our table to feed all our crew, and we were just waiting for it to be ready, so we missed the panel. I
But
didn't
that
actually go to any panels. I didn't go to any panels, no workshops. The only little random other activity I did besides just be a prop for photos, was I, built a flower in my Jawa.
oh, well, that's cool.
I got a lot of help from the workers because Jawa and gloves and stuff, but
I,
it was
I
fun.
was going to say they actually had like a decent amount of panels at this
Yeah,
convention, which I was super happy about because they had the main stage with like the celebrity guests that they
mhm.
had going every hour, but then they had two other panel rooms
Oh,
that
wow. Okay.
had panels going on at the same time the whole day.
That's cool,
So
I didn't know that.
I was very impressed, and they had stuff talking about original characters, creating cosplays, sewing. Like they had, I want to say gaming too. There was quite a bit, and it was all like, um, it seemed practical stuff that people could use towards like the whole pop culture thing.
Yeah.
Um, and so I was very impressed with that. And they did a really, really good job at announcing the panels coming up over like the intercom, which was nice. As like,
Yeah, I did
hey,
constantly hear announcements going over,
yeah.
and I couldn't hear them as
But
well, but
I thought it like it was so that was great. Um, the Galaxy's Nectar, blue milk. Get yourself some today. It's great for bantha butter, blue milk cheese, ice cream, and yogurt. Sure does a body good. I wanted, so I know the second day Owen wanted to go to one of the panels for the My Hero Academia people, uh, but his drawer died before that, so he left before that. But I heard, I was kind of curious to see how those celebrity panels went, especially with the strike that's going on right now. Because
how they handled them, what they talked
yeah,
about,
and so
and
I heard that because they can't talk about past or current or future stuff, it
Mhm.
kind of turned into more of like some of them were like, "Hey, so what's your favorite breakfast food?" or "What do you
Oh,
like to
that's
do?"
fun.
So, um, it would have been kind of cool to see, kind of get to know the people, like celebrities on that level,
Yeah.
instead of just about their
Let's
work.
just talk about the show, right? Let's talk about you. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, but so I'm bummed we missed out some of that. I kind of wanted to see, the guy who was in Hook. I forget his name. Rufio.
Yes! Rufio! Rufio!
Rufio. I
Rufio!
know they're like Rufio.
Oh, I love him. So,
Um,
Jazz and Amber got to meet Dante, and so did
yes,
Lacey. No,
Dante. Leah Thompson.
no,
Thompson.
I was gonna say Lacey, but I think Lacey went and met Dave, who voiced Grogu.
Okay,
But Jasmine and Amber met Dante.
I have a story about Dave.
Oh, tell me.
Okay, well, it doesn't involve him, but it involves Lacey.
Okay.
Because we like to have crazy antics. Normally I'll dress up as my Mando and Lacey will be in her biker scout, and we always have play off the whole Grogu thing.
Yep.
Like she'll try to take Grogu, and I'm being my Mando self, like, no, like we gotta protect the child at all cost. And
Just walking
um
around punching this little baby
she
Grogu
was
she had.
punching the baby. Like,
Just
so
punching
there
him.
was so there was one point I was walking around with her and she had a little Grogu and she was punching it. And I don't know why. I saw her do that and went whack, and I just smacked her in her heart. It was just like whack. And then Joe walks up and he's like, whoa, why are we hitting people? I'm like, she's punching Grogu. But that leads back to Dave. We had this bright idea of walking past his table with her and her biker scout just punching Grogu. Unfortunately, people kept walking in the way, so we couldn't see. But we really wanted.
Oh no! Damn
But
it!
she walked around the con floor
Just
punching
punching
Grogu.
Grogu.
She loves Grogu. We all
Yeah.
love Grogu. It is just one of those getting in the characters because the biker scouts are
Yep.
pesky. There we go. Words are hard.
And the more you're in character, the more the attendee. I was gonna say kids, but kids, adult, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody likes it.
Everybody thought it was hilarious, and they're like, "What are you doing to Grogu?" I'm like, "I'm trying to stop her." Whack, like, stop.
So I have a funny, kind of a celebrity interaction from the weekend. Okay. So on Sunday, I was bouncing around in Baymax, and I was like, "Oh, we should make a loop around the con floor as
Yeah.
Baymax, right? I'll go take some pictures, have a good time, and then we'll come down and I'll kit down." And we had been coming back in from there's a light up Tulsa sign that we kept taking pictures in front of because
Yo,
it was cool.
I didn't even know that was there.
What? Oh god, I took like 700 pictures in front of it. Um, so we were walking back in from there and we were coming around by like where all the celebrities were stationed down at the end, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah.
And we're coming up around and we had that section right before you get to like Dave and Dante, it's like Katie
Okay.
Forbes and Rob
Yeah.
Van Dam, RVD, the
Yep.
wrestlers. So they were there, and I was in my Baymax, and I was like, "Oh, I just want to like say hi to them because it's cool to see them not on TV, right?" And
Yeah.
so I like yank my Baymax, and I'm like face pushed up to the window. My nose is like mushed, and I'm like against the plastic, and I'm like,
Hi.
"It's really cool to see you in person. I've watched you both on TV. This is really neat." They both just stop and they are cracking up. I have Jericho on one side of me helping handle me, and Eric on the other side of me helping handle me. And so they both start cracking up, and I was like, "Okay, it's time to say hi." And I start to wave, and I notice RVD has his camera out, and I was like, "Oh, he's like taking pictures of me or videoing or something." And one of them yells, "Oh, do a little dance!" So I'm like, "All right, I'm a Baymax. This will be funny." So I just get in my Baymax and I start walking around like in circles and flopping big old Baymax arms around, right?
Oh
And
my
at one
god.
point or another, I mean, I smacked Jericho in the face. I hit Eric with something like, and they were just like cracking up and watching and videoing. And I was like, okay, bye.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh my
So
god.
I danced for Rob Van Dam and Katie Forbes dressed as Baymax.
You
And I'm
know
hoping somewhere there's a picture of me doing that. That would be great.
oh, I thought I just heard it. Oh, there is a cat in here. What's up, kitty cat?
Kitty cat.
It's Taffy cat. Um, that's funny.
It was
Yeah,
it was such a good weekend.
I didn't really, I don't know, like I'm not a big, and I've talked about this before a lot, like a big celebrity guest. Like I don't,
Yep. 'Cause they're
I
just
don't know if
people,
it's,
right? Like, it's kinda neat to be like, "Oh, hi," but
yeah, I don't know. Um, but Owen, I felt really, I'm a bad mom. So I felt really bad. Owen was super excited because Bobo Stewart was going to be there. He was one of the guys in Descendants on the Disney Channel. I think it was like Mulan's son or something, and he would
oh,
do
okay.
like ninja moves and all that. And it was like, oh, I want to meet him. And then I was like, I'm not paying $70.
Right,
I'm like, you can look from afar.
right,
He's like, fine, mom.
right. You can go up and say hi, but, like, that's
There was always a line at that
oh,
table,
really?
and he was only there on Saturday. I was
Okay.
like, "Man," I was like,
Yeah.
"Sorry,
I
Owen."
can't ever justify spending that kind of money to just meet a person, right? Just meet them, get their picture, get them to write
I
on
have
something, like, write your name on this and let me give you $300. Like,
there's a few times that we've done
nope.
it, like, we did because 'cause we've done it for the podcast a few times, like, with Sam Witwer and
Sure. That
Daniel
makes sense to
Logan.
me, I think, though, because we split them.
Yeah,
We
but
split
it's
them.
just it's really hard, and especially I was just like, I only know this kid from Descendants, and he's charging but is Disney, and
Yeah,
the amount of tweens in that line was
really.
ridiculous. Ridiculous. I was like, good for him. Like, but yeah, Owen's like, yeah, I saw him from afar, and I just kind of looked, and um, he spent a lot of time walking the con floor too, like
Yeah,
him and Lacey's
and the
kids.
kids, mhm, and they had that
Yeah,
arcade. They had a free arcade in the middle of the con.
I don't know if they played games at the arcade.
Really?
I think they
It
hang.
was not a big one, so that was always pretty busy, but it was free. That was cool.
I think they spent more time behind the Star Wars booth playing on their phones.
Oh, okay. Well, that works too.
Being 12, 13, 14-year-old kids.
Yeah.
We don't want to play video games. We got our phones. I was
Just
like,
video
well,
games on the phone. Yeah.
I
It
was
was
like, can you
good.
please
It was
take off all my
really
time restrictions?
good.
Um, but I was super pleasantly surprised at how many people attended. I will say, I hope they come back next year. Like,
Yes.
and
I'm pretty sure they're coming back next year.
I think so too. I think the attendance was really well, and the amount of people that didn't know about it and wish they would have known about it
Right. Says that
was
even
a
more
lot.
people would have come.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I think if they had a little bit better, I don't know, like advertising,
Yeah.
um, I'm saying, but I think we should be getting close to wrapping up
Yeah, we
anyways.
should just in case something happens. Yeah.
Um, but
It
I
was
was gonna,
good.
it was really good. I want to put it out there to the universe that I would like for STB, Sisterhood of the Traveling Bantha, to have a table at the convention next year. Like, I
I
think
would
that
too.
is
Yep.
like one of our big goals for 2024.
Yes. Yes.
um, and
I
make sure
think
to notate to be by the Star Wars tables.
yes. Yes, we want to be by them, but I would love to. And I think just a tiny announcement that we have for you guys, because I know we told you some of our plans, but I think we are going to be taking a tiny step back from some of our live events that we had
Yes.
scheduled and we're planning to do to take some time and revamp. There's
Hmm.
also just some personal things going on in
Yep.
all of our lives that we need to take some time to address. So don't worry, the show isn't going anywhere. Nothing
We
is
will
going to happen to it.
still be releasing weekly
Yes.
episodes.
Yes. We're just
Um,
gonna pull back a bit from some of the live events until we have a better handle on what we're doing
yeah, and we want to
and
make
explore
sure
live, you know.
when we get back to doing live events, we want to have everything like 100% and
Right.
be well prepared, have things planned out. We're also in the process of trying to get our website up and going, which is like something we've been working towards.
Yes. It's a big
Um,
project.
yes,
And
it's a
so
big
that just
project.
means we just gotta take a step back from a few things. You
Mhm.
guys won't be seeing less of us. You just might be seeing less of us in person for a little bit.
Yes. We got a lot going on. Like, I know we're transitioning here at my household, going from elementary school to middle school.
Yep.
And so, like,
Yep.
this is all new for us, and like a lot social life. My child has a social life. This is something that we've never like done before. So we're trying to make sure that I respect his social
Mhm.
life. I am all about respecting our kids and their boundaries, and also like their ability to grow and to find themselves, because it is that time in their
Yeah,
life, right? Like,
yeah.
um so we're going to be doing some of that, but we're trying to make things better and exciting.
Yeah.
Um,
There's good
also,
changes coming, it just means
yes.
that maybe we jumped the gun a little bit getting things going because we were excited. And I don't regret them. Neither of us even
No,
regret
no,
them. We're
no,
very
no.
glad we did them, but it did teach us we need to take a couple steps back, change a few things, revamp a few things, and then come back better.
We also might be extending our twin son tour
Yep.
as well. We want to be respectful of the actors and writers strike,
Mhm. We are
which
fully in support with the writers and the actors on strike,
mhm,
and we want to make even though we are not members, we want to make sure that we are not promoting struck content. We want to
yes.
be in complete support of them, so, yeah.
So until that is resolved, we are going to be doing more twin son tours, talking to different people in the community, learning, just talking about events that we're doing. Um, we do have all kinds of stuff that's going to happen afterwards
Yes.
that
Lots
we're
of cool
also
stuff is coming, we'll drop it all as
planning
soon
as
as we
well.
can.
But it's fun. We want to be respectful. But we're also having a lot of fun talking to our friends in Star Wars. Like,
Yeah, and we keep hearing that you guys like them,
it's
so,
been a
you know.
blast. So yeah, we might start doing different topics, continuing the topics we have coming up, talking about prop building and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So if there's something you want us to talk about, like we'll
Yeah.
figure something out and we'll find somebody to talk with us about
Yep.
it. So bring it on. Like, this is a lot of fun and applying like our everyday life to all these different subjects. And
Yeah.
I don't know,
So,
it's a
whatever
blast.
you guys what you wanna hear, yeah, is there something you want us to cover? Is there somebody you want us to talk to that maybe we haven't, within our scope of being able to get a hold of them?
Yes.
Um, what might be a really fun too is we could do a Q&A. If you guys wanna send in your questions for us, we'll answer them. 'Em. That'd be
Yes.
really
Oh
fun.
my
We'll do a
gosh. And
Q&A episode.
ooh, keep an eye out for a Facebook post for questions to ask the podcast. And you can always email us too. We
Yes.
do have an email, which is banthasisters at gmail, if you guys did not know that.
Mhm.
And you can always message us on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, any one of the social medias. Um, oh, I really like this idea of having people send in questions.
I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah, we're gonna make a post about that, and it will be a blast. So,
You
do you have
can
anything,
Facebook message us, Instagram us, shoot us a message on TikTok, or email us at the email that you see on your screen.
or if you know us personally, just be like, "Hey, we got this question."
Yeah,
Like,
and we'll write
we'll
it down.
just add it to the
We'll
list.
answer it. Yeah.
Um, but do you have anything else you want to add on to that?
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think, like, is there anything I missed? I'm sure there's probably a bunch of things that I didn't talk about, but, like, I think that pretty much wraps it. It was a
um,
really good con. I'm excited for the next thing.
Same here. I enjoyed this con. I know we have stuff coming up with the Star Wars groups
Mhm.
for costuming and charity work,
We
maker
have some
fairs.
really exciting charity
Maker
projects that
fairs
I'm
coming
in the
up
works
too.
on. I know, and I'm gonna fucking miss it again.
Are
It's the
you
same weekend as Eureka Springs.
Is it really? That's the August. It's the last. Oh, is it August 27th and 20? Is the 27th, 26th? You're really gonna miss it?
August 26th is Maker Faire?
I think so.
What
It's
day
in
of the week is that? Is that a Friday?
Saturday.
Yeah, I'll be gone. I haven't actually managed to make it to Maker Faire in, like, 3 fucking years, because it's always the same weekend as some other thing, like, it keeps being
No,
on the
you
same
were
weekend
there
as the
last
bug
year.
show.
You were there last year. You were at the Hood, Will Road Hood.
Did I go last year? Did I make it?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually took Matt last year with
Oh,
Owen,
nice.
and
Okay.
they got to oh, we'll do it. We'll do a whole episode about that, and I'll tell you about all the fun, and we'll have somebody else who went to the
Yeah.
event come and
We
hang
can
out
talk
with
about
us.
that, and we'll snag a guest, and we'll talk about the event on your end, and then I'll tell you about the bug show.
Legs. Ooh. Oh, damn. No, it's not at this table. So, talking about bugs, Matt at his desk at work, this is way off topic. He has a whole bunch of Hot Wheel bugs all around his desk at
Oh,
work.
neat. I
He
didn't know
loves
he liked
bugs.
Volkswagen.
He loves bugs. He's had
Neat.
one. Um, is it, do they also make the rabbit?
Yeah,
Volkswagen Rabbit? Yeah, he had one of those too. Oh, he loves bugs. That's
that's
like
really cool.
if we had the extra money, he would buy one.
Yeah,
Like in a second. And be like, this is my car.
that's
But
fun. I didn't know that. That's cool.
we don't have that kind of disposable income. So do you want to come say hi real quick? Okay. I got a child coming in.
Yep.
Oh,
He's just vanishing into the background.
do you want to come say hi?
It's like a magic trick. The magic disappearing. Owen.
I can appear. No. He was asking me if we could order ice cream.
I want ice cream.
No.
Please?
Please? I'm almost done.
Where do you order ice cream
We'll get it from Marble Slab and have it delivered.
from? Wow.
We'll DoorDash it every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like spending $10, $12 on 2 ice creams right now. So, and
Yep.
plus we don't get paid till Friday. So he'll have to suffer till Friday.
I bet he'll make it.
He will. He'll be fine. So I guess that is it for today's
I
episode.
think so. Yep.
From our galaxy to yours.
May the force be with you.
Always. Thank you for listening to Sisterhood of the Traveling Bantha, written and produced by Denise McKay.
Edited and produced by Rexy Jupiter.
And with special brand marketing help by Bailey Hawkins.
Original logo designed by Tyler Rigney.
And intro and outro music provided by Galactic Empire. And you can find us on all streaming platforms at Traveling Bantha and now on YouTube.
Don't forget, we also have a Discord where we have channels for all kinds of things. So remember to come join us there and sign up for our Patreon. You get exclusive merch, behind the scenes look, monthly Women of Star Wars episode, and more things as we're always adding them.
And special thank you to Jedi Knight members and higher, including Rooney, Michael Beavers, and James Peak.
And Mark Collier.
And from our galaxy to yours,
May the force be with you.
always.